Dah. Okay. Uh, Hi, James. Thank you for willing to help us for our interview. So we will start by introduce ourselves. My name is Shahira. You can call me Shahira. Okay, and next.
Hello, my name is Aimira, so you can call me Mira.
Hi James, my name is Safa. You can call me Safa.
Yeah, so nice to meet you, everyone. By the way, my name is James, and I live here in the Philippines. I was born and raised here. I'm a pure-blooded Filipino, and nice to be with you. So we can start the interview now.
Okay. Okay, so as we already briefed to you before this, our purpose of the assignment. So we will start straight to the questions. So you don't need to answer it formally, just answer it the way you're comfortable with it. Okay. Okay. So let's start with the first question. Okay. So our first question is, what do you think about English language in your country?
Here in the Philippines, um, we think that English is a universal language. Besides, we think that if you are able or if you are capable of speaking English, um, it will give you a ticket for your future because the fact that you can communicate with other foreign countries, you can land into good careers and you can give yourself a good job in the future.
Oh, okay. Same with Malaysia too. When you can speak English, it's a good opportunity for your future, for
Yes,
your
oh
job.
yes.
Okay. Next
So it
question.
is more like a stepping stone for you, right?
Yes, that's how Filipinos think about
Or
English, of course.
okay. So next, proceed with the second question. How common you use English in your daily life?
In my daily life, I just use English sometimes because when I'm talking with my friends or family, like casual conversation, we don't usually use the medium of English. But of course, in schools or informal events and even interviews like this, we use English as our medium or language to communicate and talk with each other.
Oh, I see. It just seemed like how Malaysian use English in our daily life.
Yes.
Yes. Because we have our own native language, like same
Yes,
with
the mother
Philippines, right?
language.
The mother language, yes. You use if I'm not mistaken, Tagalog. Is that right?
Yes, yes, Tagalog, Filipino Tagalog. And
Okay.
English is hard to learn, so that is why not all of us can understand and speak English here.
Okay. Okay. So next.
Are you studying?
Shahila, we can't hear you well.
I'm so sorry, James. Okay, so I will repeat my question. Okay, my question is, are your family and friends use English as well while communicating?
To be honest, no. When we communicate in our casual activities here in house or even meeting with our friends, we don't usually use English to talk with each other. We commonly use our mother tongue, Filipino Tagalog, to speak with each other so we can understand what we were talking about. And we don't find struggles to communicate and understand with each other.
Oh, I see.
Okay, James, for the next question. Do Filipino have English words that different from other country?
No, here in the Philippines, we use the basic standard English or the American English as our standard when we speak. So I guess there is nothing special, the English here in the Philippines that differs from other countries.
I see.
Um, Most commonly with our neighbor or the Asian countries, no, there are nothing special with the differences about the English that we use here in the Philippines.
Okay. Next question. Do you ever face any challenge or why communicate with a foreigner using your own English slang? You know, every country have English slang, right? Do you have face
Um,
any difficulties?
to be honest, the speaking English is quite hard and it's very challenging at first. But I know that when you speak English, you do not necessarily need to fake your accent just to look expensive, just to look authentic, or just to look smart when you speak it. It is important that as long as the message is delivered clearly, as long as the message is being said, I can understand what he or she is saying to me.
All right. Okay, proceed with the next questions. Can you explain about English language in Philippines? I mean that how it expands and how it comes to Philippines.
Yes. In Philippine history, Philippines were colonized by the Americans. And Americans brought the first English alphabets here in the Philippines. That is why we learn how to speak them. Besides, the concept of globalization. Here in the Philippines, we have watched English movies, English songs that being heard by many Filipinos. So that is why you know how it expands. And lastly, here in the Philippines, English is part of our curriculum. When you start schooling since preschool, English is part of our subject up until you go on your higher grade. The English subject will never be gone to your programs or courses that you will going to take, regardless if it is not connected. And still, we use English as medium for some reasons, like for formal events and formal activities, like in schools.
Oh, okay. So, yeah, same with this because English, in both country, Malaysia and Philippines, is a second language, right? So
Yes, second language.
we do also have learned since kindergarten to the high education. We still learn
It is
English. Yeah.
being taught in schools.
Yeah.
Do you have
Okay.
grade in school? Like A for the highest one?
What can you say it again?
Uh grade in school. Like A for the highest one.
The grading system here in the Philippines.
Yeah.
Yes.
In the Philippines, we use numbers as our grading system, and 100 is the highest, and 75 is being the lowest. So we don't use the alphabet grading system to grade the students here in the Philippines. We use the
Oh,
number.
oh,
Actually,
yeah.
it's like a
Yeah.
percentage, gonna like 100%, 95%, and such.
Yeah, same like us. If we want to further our studies, then we should um get credit. Means like at least
Yes.
C grade for our English subject. Is it same in Philippines?
Yes, of course. English is, a very controversial subject, because some Filipinos find it hard. So you're lucky enough if you can speak and you can understand it. But teachers, teachers who are majoring or teachers who teach English, they are excellent and good here.
Mm. Okay, thank you. Next question. Tak dengar.
Hear my voice?
We can't
Cannot.
hear anything.
Is it yeah? Okay, I think it's going to be okay. Okay, so
Yes.
my question is, how are the grammatical features of Philippine English described regarding the use of prepositions, pronouns, auxiliary verbs, articles, and conjunctions?
To be honest, there is nothing special about it, or there is no difference. Just like what I said earlier, Philippines is using the standard, the basic standard English. And I guess there is nothing special about it. So there is no difference, or for my experience as a student and as a Filipino, it is not that quite something that people find it hard because we use the standards one.
Okay, next, can you explain your English spelling and writing style if they have any different in your country?
Yes. Here in the Philippines, when we speak in English, it is common that we have accidentally mixed Tagalog and English at the same time in one sentence. So that is called the Taglish one. Like, I mean, it is, kind of funny and somehow cute. I find it cute, like, especially instant tweet, like some non-philo mods, like, were asking, like, why do Filipinos start their post in English and end it in a Tagalog word? So they they cannot understand until the end because the 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 language suddenly switch into Tagalog. So that is I also use that kind of method, but of course in informal way, like posting on social media and somehow talking with my friends if there are sometimes that we need to speak in English. But that kind, or the Taglish method or the Taglish language, is prohibited or not being used in some formal forms, like in schools, like writing your essays, writing your answers. Suddenly switching off language is prohibited in formal forms.
Oh, I thought people call it as Finglish because we here in Malaysia we also have Manglish, means like Malaysia English, Manglish.
Yes. You suddenly mix the words if you cannot
Uh,
translate, or it is fine to explain what you wanted to express.
I think it's normal.
Yes, it's normal. Yes. I also do it sometimes and always, I mean.
Okay. Okay, the next question is, what are the patterns and sentence structures employed in each tweet?
Um, what do you mean tweets? I mean, I guess your mic is off.
Okay, a tweet means like the way you talk, the way you
Oh,
speak it. Um,
mm, what are the sentence patterns and sentence structure employed? To be honest, just like what I have said earlier, I just only speak the standard English, and of course, as a concerned citizen, I just speak English the way I can. The knowledge that I know, the words that I know, that is the only one that I'm going to talk or I'm going to say with others. But Nonetheless, I still try my best, of course, to to communicate with others.
Okay. The last question. Do each of your words really differ in sound? If yes, can you provide us with some examples?
Yes, I have prepared for this. So before I give you some examples, if you have your TikTok accounts, there is some like trending videos on TikTok that you can search on. So maybe it can help your study. Like it was like a trending video that Filipinos were saying their sexy accents. That we call it like that. So these are the examples. You know the word the diabetes, like the disease when you have like sugars on your body. Yes. Here, so the correct pronunciation of the word diabetes is diabetes. But here in the Philippines, we call it diabetes,
Oh,
diabetes.
it's
Yeah,
Betty.
yeah, yeah, it is like, some sort of Filipino things. And um Filipinos were hard headed, or I mean their tongues were like very hard to speak, to the point that some letters like F, we will going to turn it into P. So like for example, the word fabulous, the word fabulous, we tend to speak it like fabulous,
Bob.
fabulous, because we have long and hard tongues here in the Philippines. And lastly, that I have prepared is the word restaurant. It is very soft when you speak restaurant, like where you eat, about like restaurant. But here in the Philippines, we call it like restaurant, restaurant.
Restaurant.
It is very hard. The accents were
Wow.
very hard because we have long and hard tongues here in the
I
Philippines.
think it is very interesting
Yes.
because
Actually, if you have TikTok accounts, you can search for that trend, the Filipino
Oh,
sexy trend, I Filipino
I
accent
see.
trend. Yeah,
accent trend. All right.
Okay.
it can really help
From
you with on that. Or I can send you some link of videos that were viral
Sure.
on
oh,
TikToks. Yes, so you can explore more about how different it is. Like
mm,
like for example, the word teddy bear, diba? Like it's stuffed toy teddy bear. We call it like teddy bear, the things like that. So yes, so that's all.
oh
Okay.
my God.
Just
Thank you
like
so much, James.
Yes, no problem. Of course, good luck to your study. I hope you're doing all good and fine. You know.
Good luck to
okay,
Yeah.
thank you
James.
so much.
Oh, by the
Okay,
way,
thank you so much. Okay.
what grade are you
Right.
now?
Wait,
Huh?
Or
sorry.
what grade or what level are you in school now? Like,
We are doing our diploma
oh my gosh. Oh my
in
gosh.
semester 5.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Good luck to your studies. I am rooting
Oh
for
yeah.
you. Of course.
Thank you
Cheer
so
up,
much.
fighting.
Thank you,
Yes.
James.
We also
Yes,
James,
no
wish
James.
problem.
you all the best ahead. Good luck for your
Yes.
studies. Stay
Yes,
safe.
you too.
What about the pandemic there? Is there still
Oh, pandemic.
COVID-19? Do you need to wear masks everywhere?
Yes, yes, of course. The COVID cases here is still rising here in the
Mm.
Philippines. That is why actually as of the moment, schools were stopped. Yeah. I am
Oh,
currently on my break because our government like implied some health or wellness break, so students can give their time to their health and watch over it. So that's
Oh,
all.
good.
okay. Actually, I think student really need a break time during this, right?
Yes, of course. Everyone
Or
is
they are
getting
mentally
sick and
bad.
such.
Yes. Okay, thank you so much for
Yes, no problem.
joining us.
But I have one question. I
Yes,
really
yes.
curious it. Uh, you know, when I scroll Twitter, I always notice that every time Philippines people they will add the word po, po, like thank you po,
Ah,
it's okay
yes, yes.
po.
The word
Oh,
po is
what do
like
you mean?
it is within our practice and our traditions. The word po or opo is used to honorifics. You know, when we talk to someone who is older than us, we use the word po and opo as our honorifics. You know, to honor or to give respect to the older.